Hey everyone, so basically I am like about a week and a half post-op, and I wanted to tell you guys about my recovery process and all that good stuff. I will actually leave a forum that I will actually leave a website that I found in the description box below. It's really helped me out just to figure out what I needed to have in my house beforehand before I came back home from the hospital. So yeah, I'll leave that in the description box below. There is a whole bunch of people's experiences on their tonsillectomies on the website, and I read basically almost all of them. Like, I was really bored at work one day. I work in a hospital, so I just classified it as, I'm learning something new about something related to medicine, if that helps. So anyways, yeah, I was just reading people's experiences, and some of them were really scary, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit, but it got me ready because I was like, just thinking about what the worst possible thing is. I was just expecting my recovery to be, I don't really know what I expected, but upon reading what a lot of people had to say, I was just kind of preparing myself to actually be ready to, if I had a bad experience, to be ready for it. So yeah, everybody's recovery is completely different. It just went really smoothly, really well after I want to say like the third day. So I have a vlog on the like the day before my surgery. I was just shopping for a bunch of stuff. I spent like $75 on like Gatorade, coconut water, popsicles, and sorbet, because I heard that ice cream can cause mucus in a lot of people, and a lot of people just couldn't handle eating ice cream. So I was like, oh. And then actually one of my friends, she commented on my status on Facebook, and she said she couldn't have ice cream either, so she said to stock up on a bunch of popsicles. So the day of my surgery, after I got out of the hospital, my mom just bought a bunch of popsicles. So I'm just gonna start off with, I guess, day one of my tonsillectomy. So I went to the hospital about 3 hours before my surgery. I checked into admitting. I went up to day surgery, because it is a day surgery procedure. You do go home the day of unless there's like any complications or anything like that. So I waited a while. They didn't do any blood work. They started my IV, and I just waited and waited and waited, and they wheeled me to the OR, and like in the holding area, my doctor talked to me, the anesthetist talked to me, she told me what was gonna happen, and all that good stuff, and they prepped me for surgery. My ENT did tell me that I would be on really strong pain medication, and that I would have to I would have to see her in about 12 weeks following my procedure, just to check if everything is okay and whatever. So I waited about 15 minutes in like the holding area in the OR. My mom was with me the whole time, and then I went into the OR, and they basically were really calming. I was nervous, but I work in a hospital, I know what to expect and everything, so I was kind of prepared from that perspective. So yeah, they just really calmed me down. They were just, the nurse was really nice. She was just talking to me about random stuff, and they put a mask on me. They injected something into my arm. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, I was recovery, and I was in the worst pain of my life. Like, legit 8 out of 10 pain. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and my throat felt like it was closing up, but I know it was just like really swollen or whatever, because I just had my tonsils taken out. So she gave me some morphine, and then she gave me a little bit more morphine. They took me back to day surgery. I felt completely fine. I know a lot of people get really nauseous after the anesthesia, and even getting up post-op is really hard for some people. They get really nauseous and dizzy and whatnot, but I was good. I was able to walk to the bathroom, I want to say about 30 minutes to an hour after I got back to day surgery. They keep you in recovery for about an hour, but I felt like I was asleep most of the time, and when I woke up, I was just in pain. So Yeah, so day surgery, I was there for about 2 hours-ish. They just wanted to, you know, keep an eye on you after, you know, to see if you're fine or whatever. So they gave me my Tylenol 3s. They gave me a prescription for Tylenol 3s. What Tylenol 3s are basically Tylenol, caffeine, and codeine in a pill. And I've never had them before. Codeine is a derivative of morphine, and I was completely fine on the morphine that I got in recovery, so I was just like, okay, this is gonna be fine. I went and got my prescription filled after I got out of the hospital. And I got a Frosty from Wendy's, which of course it has cream in it. The nurse actually told me that I probably shouldn't have any dairy products that night because when you get your tonsils taken out, you swallow a lot of blood. Blood mixed with dairy products, usually not a good combination, but I was completely fine the first night. I was just in a lot of pain. I couldn't swallow anything, and you need to keep yourself really, really hydrated, which is what I learned from the website that I'll link below. Barely swallow anything, and like I said, I was on Tylenol 3s with codeine, and it said on my like instructions or whatever that I had to take it every 4 hours or as needed or whatever, but my ENT actually told me for the first 3 days I had to take my Tylenols every 4 hours and not to skip a dose or anything like that because she didn't want to be in a lot of pain. And so yeah, it was like every 4 hours or something. So on my instructions it said that I could take 1 to 2 tablets every 4 hours. I started taking 2 because I was in so much pain, and I just really wanted the swelling to go down and to be able to swallow stuff like water, because you know, keeping hydrated is the most important part the first 3 days. Take them, I would just feel really, really tired, and I would just nap for like 2 hours straight or whatever. Honestly, the first couple days I did not get any sleep, or barely any sleep, because I would wake up every couple hours just to force myself to drink water, or like every hour. So I basically didn't eat. I just kind of listened to what a lot of people said about staying away from dairy products. So it was mostly Gatorade, water, and popsicles. So Gatorade and popsicles are a lot of acid, and on an empty stomach, and I basically didn't eat for like, I don't know, I want to say like 48 hours-ish. Besides that Frosty from the first, right when I got out of the hospital. So all that acid building up and, you know, not moving because I was just basically sleeping most of the day or whatever, that just was not a good combination. I am not the type of person to have like heartburn or acid reflux or anything like that, but I had it so terribly that and I was so nauseous every time I took the Tylenol 3s. So I threw up about like 3 times. The second day was like the worst day ever in the whole recovery process, and by the third day I was starving. I just like had, you know, a bunch of acid or whatever, and I just did not feel good at all. So they tell you to, you know, eat soft food or whatever, and I just did not have an appetite at all either, like for ice cream or anything like that. So I just basically stuck with the popsicles or whatever, and that just was not doing me any favors. So my mom went out and got me french fries, and oh my god, I felt so much better after I had food in my stomach. I felt like a new person. So but when I started taking the codeine again, I was just nauseous or whatever. Sometimes I was able to, you know, like fall asleep and not throw up, but then other times I just, it was just so bad, and I just didn't want to like pop anything in my throat because I just didn't want, you know, the complications of tonsillectomy is bleeding. So if you're throwing up or anything like that using your throat muscles, there's a chance that one of the scabs will come off early and you'll start bleeding. You'll end up in the emergency room. That's just what I was freaking out about. And so yeah, I probably have some kind of codeine intolerance that I didn't know about. And I just started taking, what's it called, extra strength Tylenol. I would take 2 every 4 hours, and I just stopped with the Tylenol 3s because it was not good. So I just felt so much better when I switched back to the extra strength Tylenol. And I started eating solid food basically on the second day I had fries, but After that, yeah, I want to say like noodles, just soft stuff like rice and chicken, and I just don't like mushy food, you know, like mashed potatoes and all that stuff. I like mashed potatoes, I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't like, you know, this soft diet or whatever, having to eat like really mushy stuff like I don't know, like pudding or everything like that. I don't really love that stuff. So I think that the reason why I did recover pretty quickly was because I started eating solid food pretty much, you know, a couple days later. I've read people's experiences, like I said, on the website, and there was another girl that did that and she recovered really fast, and there was other people that tried to eat pizza and ended up, you know, like, I don't know, not chewing it properly and like getting bleeding in their throat or whatever. So you just have to, like I said, everyone recovers different. That's personally what I did, is I just started, and I had ice cream because I was just like, no, I can't deal with this acid reflux thing and trying to get better and being in pain. So once I started eating, I just felt so much better. And I iced my throat. I got an ice pack from the hospital, and I iced my throat from like the day of surgery, which was Tuesday, till the following Sunday. And then I was on like just regular Tylenol, or not regular Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol. And yeah, I've been taking Tylenol since a couple of days ago. I feel good. I still can't yawn or anything like that, which is kind of annoying, but I can cough, I can sneeze, which is fine. I'm not in like enormous amount of pain nowadays, so I'm actually not in pain anymore, and I will take the Tylenol, you know, if I need it or whatever. I'm still drinking a lot of like cold stuff. This is my ice cap right here, and just trying to get better. I go back to work next week on Tuesday, and make sure you have things like a humidifier. I have my humidifier back there. I have a Hello Kitty one. I kept that on. Keep your throat moist if you can. I know it's really hard. Your ears might start hurting, and when that happens, I just chewed gum, and that seemed to solve the problem. It's just getting your jaw worked and everything or whatever, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of all connected, you know. So yeah, every time I would have any kind of ear pain, I would chew gum, and that would really help. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so some people have bad experiences with dairy, it causing mucus buildup in their throat, and I should have not listened to that, because just too much acid is not really a good thing. So I would have, if I had to do it again, I would stay away from the popsicles and the Powerade and just stuck with ice cream. I did not have a completely horrible recovery like some people have. Like, oh my god, I was reading some of the stories that almost like wanted to cancel my surgery altogether, but I know, like, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh my god, my tonsils are huge, I cannot, like, I need to have the surgery. So it was all worth it in the end. And yeah, I did not have a completely horrible experience. If you guys are having, or if you guys are going for a tonsillectomy or whatever, check out the website below. It will tell you, it's just really, really helpful. And you know, you can leave comments or whatever, and I can answer questions, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.